Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Gary, thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to take a look at a demo that I stumbled upon. It's called All Quiet in the Trenches. Advertises itself as a narrative turn-based RPG set in World War I. So I'm going to give it a try. I've adjusted some of the volume stuff here, hopefully that'll be suitable. I don't know anything about it other than what I've seen on the Steam page, but I do enjoy narrative-driven games, so we'll go through it and see what it's got going on, and I'll give it a sort of little bit of a review as we go, and see what's good, see what's bad. But it's due to release, I believe, on the 17th of January, so the end of this month. So let's jump in and see what it's all about. So in the German Empire, tent shelters were introduced in 1892 to provide shelter for the increasing number of soldiers in the field armies. Each soldier was equipped with a shelter half so that two soldiers could build a tent together. Okay. Quite a unique art style. Reminds me a bit of like, I think that was that game 13, it was almost like a comic book style. Maybe not quite as extreme, but or like Borderlands maybe. Saturday, May 15th, 1915. I could still hardly believe that a few days ago, back home, I had been appointed Unteroffizier in charge of this handful of men. And here they were, sneaking through the trenches behind me, not 100 metres from enemy positions, with heavy packs and dwindling strength. Wolfgang Kohn appeared euphoric and full of energy, despite the long march. Ferdinand Kummerbund looked small and lost. Elmar Fram kept adjusting his glasses and had not spoken a word all the way here. Caspar Pedersen was slightly stocky, was panting under his heavy pack. Exhausted, we finally found the dugout of Lieutenant von Kasbruck, to whom we had been assigned. There you are, Herr Unteroffizier, he greeted me. You seem to have taken your time. Surely you're fit enough to start work straight away. The Lieutenant's condescending gaze swept over my men and then rested appraisingly on me. So we've got Wolfgang Kohn, Kammerband, Fram, Peterson, and Karsbrook. Okay. Yes, Herr Lieutenant. Lieutenant? I'm gonna butcher some of this. Yes, we are ready. Yes, Herr Lieutenant, I confirm. Regardless of how I assessed our situation, this was not the time to make a bad first impression on my superior. Some of my men looked worried, but Lieutenant von Karsbrook nodded in satisfaction. My adjutant will show you your sleeping quarters. Afterwards, report to me for today's duties. I felt the eyes of my soldiers on my back. Obviously, some of the men resented my lack of concern for their needs. Without so much as another glance at me, Lieutenant von Karsbruck turned back to the documents on his table. Welcome to the trenches, Herr Unteroffizier. Right, let's have a look. Alright, we've got some basic camera controls. Hold the left mouse button, rotate. Click on an icon to jump to it. Exclamation mark marks important conversations. And the bottom and the button right leads through all the interactions required for this turn and ends turn. Okay. Okay, we can turn around like so. Guess we'll just start with Clone. Let's see what we got here. We only have the rations left that we took with us. Where are we supposed to get something to eat around here? Here we have the morale. His status is optimistic, physically fit, and he is tired. So it's like a wee bar counting up. Relation, respectful. Trust and respect are two sides of the same coin. They have a big influence on how a soldier treats me. Okay. Then we have some personality traits. Tolerant, by the book, so on. Okay. Current circumstances are indicated by attribute icons such as weather or resources. This icon shows you your prestige with your superiors on the left and the mood of your soldiers on the right. The incidents of a turn often change the values of your soldiers, or recent changes are shown at the top right. Okay. So, these are the recent events. We've got rations for the day down here. So we've got 2 out of 3. And then over here we have our prestige with the officers, and the mood of the soldiers. Okay. Let's see. Headquarters. Let's head on over here. Lieutenant von Karsbruck. You're just in time. I've assigned your group to night watch. Assign a few men to it. I suggest you send the rest to the supply depot, but you'll get provisions for the next few days. For now on, managing your group's food supply will be your responsibility alone. Okay, projects. Assign a project to a soldier by dragging his portrait onto the project. Click on respective project icons for details. Certain projects have a fixed number of soldiers needed for them. For other projects, it's up to you how many you assign. The more, the higher the impact of the project. Okay. So currently these guys are on rest. So we see we've got one turn to do this objective with the risk of injury, and it's exhausting. It's rations, affects person soldier. Okay, so who has the highest morale? Con. And we'll put Cumberland. Well, actually he's strained, so I'm gonna put him on. Put tired. Up there. Up there. Okay. Just a dugout. Okay, so where? Cool. Alright. Well, we've assigned our soldiers. Let's go next turn. For Sunday, May 16th, 1915. We're seeing. Okay, head over headquarters. Another communication trench collapsed. Herr Unteroffizier, gather your shovels and men. You have to rebuild it as soon as possible. Okay. I'm not seeing where that is. Rations for a day removed. Okay. Maintain trenches to label of consequences. We need 3 people. Okay, when you click on a character, window with more details appears on the right. Under the portrait is the current morale. High morale leads to positive incidents, low morale leads to negative ones. Values below show current circumstances, abilities, personality, and attitude. Okay. So we've got Colin there. He's in a good, he's optimistic, in a good mood. Rest of them, not so much. Get in there. Alright, Monday, May 17th, 1915. Some of my men look worried. Lieutenant von Karsbruck got satisfaction. My adjutant will show you 2 sleeping quarters. Afterwards, report to me for today's duties. Blah, blah, blah. We've been through this bit already. We're on to May 17th. A few hours ago, the roar of the artillery had begun. At first, it was as quiet as the rumble of thunder in the distance, but recently it had become steadily louder and more threatening. Suddenly there was a thud not 10 meters from the hiding spot where my men were huddled. An artillery shell shredded a dugout of our neighbouring troop. Pieces of wood and metal flew for meters and smoke obscured the view. The noise was deafening for a few seconds, then died away as quickly as it had come. An almost eerie, silent gasp of shock passed, and then my men and I jumped up, pushed aside broken beams, and searched for our buried comrades. We found 2 for whom all help came too late. A third, however, we could still hear panting. He was lying with his upper body trapped under the fallen beams, his face distorted with pain, and he was barely conscious. My men stood around him, forlorn, and looked over to me for help. Cumberbunt said pleadingly, Herr Unteroffizier, we must try to help him. Together we lifted the beam from his chest and only now saw the full extent of the damage. His chest looked crushed, and his hip strangely twisted. A long splinter protruded from his abdomen, and his shirt was soaked in blood. Cohen shook his head. He's beyond help. A mercy killing will save him and us both misery. Okay, so we've got a choice to put a swift end or get a stretcher. I think it's probably better for morale if we get a stretcher. Yeah, let's get a stretcher. We'll be nice. Get a stretcher, I ordered Cumberbunt and Con. First, I wanted to get him out of this wreckage and then decide whether I would expose my men to the danger of carrying him to the military hospital. There, the nurses could determine whether and how to help him. Okay. Skirmish added. Volleys are exchanged regularly. It may not be quite real battle, but it's still very prudent to keep one's head down under these circumstances. Okay. Alright, Con. You're physically fit and whatnot. He's compassionate, so we'll get him to do it. We'll click in defensive position. What we got here? Hunter Officer, the advanced placement has been destroyed by artillery. Now we're missing a well-covered position there, and the French have an easy way into our trenches. I'm afraid that if we try to rebuild the position directly at the front line, the French will do their best to prevent it. Oh, now we have another objective. Rebuild. Emplacement, okay. Oh, and we've also got the headquarters looking for us. Let's see what's going on over here. The artillery must have destroyed one of our telephone lines. Instruct one of your men to carry this message to the command post immediately. It looks like the French are planning an attack, and we urgently need more men. We'll fail if we don't do it this turn. So I think we'll need to hold off on this. What skills has he got? Training first aid, he's slow. Okay, so we don't want to send him because he's slow. Peterson's clumsy. Oh my god. But he's physically fit, so we'll send him a deliver message. We're going to leave rebuild emplacement and let him rest. Alright, Tuesday, May 18th, 1915. Change to under artillery fire. The bunker is creaking under heavy shelling. Under these circumstances, every step outside is a serious hazard. Okay. He's now strained. Okay, it's went down. That's good. Hole up in the bunker. It's hard to rest under constant artillery fire, but at least you're reasonably safe as long as you stay in a fortified shelter. Herr Unteroffizier, the wounded man we took to the field hospital. Unfortunately, he died. We did what we could. The people in the field hospital too. I guess it was just too late for him. I'm glad we tried, but it's still saddening. Okay. So it ended up giving him a negative. Although he's now... Oh, he's changed to fairly compassionate. Oh, okay. I didn't think that would affect his compassion, but anyway, just skip a day, I guess, because we're under artillery barrage. On to May 19th, 1915. For the past day, my men and I have been sitting tightly packed in our bunker while the French artillery rained down salvo after salvo of death and destruction on us. During the hard work of our first days in the trenches, I had hardly found a quiet minute to have a personal conversation with my men. So now they were sitting next to me, tense and still mostly strangers, and I fervently hoped that they would survive the shelling unscathed. The silence between us was in sharp contrast to the constant droning outside. When, after hours, the firing suddenly stopped, a sigh of relief went through the ranks of some of the young soldiers. However, that was the moment when the veterans of the other troops tensed up and began to load their rifles. A cacophony of whistles snapped us out of our stupor as well. The French were attacking. Stay together, people, or with God for Kaiser and Fatherland. Sure, with this one. With God for Kaiser and Vaterland, I shouted, and charged into the trenches. Others joined in my battle cry, and together we roared against the cries of the oncoming French. Before and during World War I, mobile field ovens were used in the field bakery columns. One column had 12 field ovens and was able to bake 23,000 loaves within 24 hours. That was half the daily requirement of an army corps. That is a lot of bread. That was half. 46,000 loaves a day. That's intense. Okay, we're going to actually maybe do some... Enemy has superior numbers. We may soon have to retreat from these trenches. Herr Unteroffizier, you and your greenhorns are to collect and evacuate all the information you can find. If we're to lose this trench, at least we won't lose our equipment. Okay, in battle, you lead your soldiers as a troop. However, you can also give them orders individually, unless they have been separated from the troop. Pay attention to your allied and enemy troops and adjust your tactics accordingly. On each troop, information about it is displayed, such as its stats or its last command. Okay. Jeez, oh. What's this here? Rally? Commands, rally. When you click on a command for your troop, window will further details will appear on the right. The window shows the approximate danger level for executing this command. Additionally, the advantage and disadvantage of this position are displayed here. Cover, flanked, melee range. Okay, no danger. Diminution, moderate cover, okay. German troop. So these are the French troops. We're just taking cover in here. What's this? Replenishes. Search alcove. Ammunition grades first equipment made to battle limited. Okay. Where exactly are these things we want to search? Can't really move around very easily. Okay. Peterson. He's physically fit. In you go. No, he's slow. Okay, I need to remember that Fram is the slow one. You go. Okay. And they're attentive. Task, task. Let's go. Forward to turn and see what happens. Only give your troop one command per turn. The rally command causes your troops to stay at its current position. With the following commands, you can move your troop to another position, advance, tactical movement, or retreat. Often a new command also changes the current project of your troop. Alright, what we got here? Hardly any advantage available, hardly any ammunition available. Moderate cover, under moderate fire. The more fire is directed towards soldiers, the greater risk of injuries. The greater their desire to stay under cover, the less effective they will be at returning fire. So Peter's saying, I was able to find some ammunition. Excellent. There was still a bit of ammunition and first aid supplies here. I took everything I could find. Okay. So we now have changed to limited ammunition available, few bandages available. Sufficient ammunition available. Excellent. So we've got retreat, retreat, retreat. Do we want to retreat? Or do we want to rally? Okay, so there's the objectives over here, so I want to move towards, there's only one over there, so I'm gonna go this way. Can we move to, that comes with risk, right? Enemies on the flank. Extreme caution advised. What about here? Moderate cover. And in here? Very low danger. Alright, let's do that. Execute. I'm enjoying this so far. Music's quite interesting. I like the graphics, the art style to it. In grenades range added. Enemies within range of our grenades, but that means we're also within range of their grenades. Okay. Well, they are really close. They are really close. Yeah, I want to search crates here. But then we also want to move. So he's searching. Can we also move? No, that's going to be really bad. Says low danger. But extreme caution advised. That still involves going that way. So can one search while one of us moves? Can we do that? Let's go for it. Okay. Threat change to under strong fire. heads down artillery. Sword tries to return to the grip, but Dangerous and Tyrant challenge to move along across the battlefield, so he's locked into doing that. While we're here, we can search. Yeah, we'll have Conan search, and we'll stay where we are. What are we doing? Oh. Change to under massive fire. Apart from the grenade, I didn't find anything else here. Okay. He's still trying to return to troop. Okay, I see more over here. Go. I mean, they're not moving with much haste here, but did he move? I hope he did. I don't see him. Alright, well, search some crates. Ah, here he comes. He's over there. The French are moving forward as well. Following commands are executed by our soldiers on the spot, which means that they remain at their current position. All soldiers fire on moving enemies, suppress enemy positions, get down, rally, allies, soldiers stay in cover. Changing the command also gives the current project of the troop. In addition, the allied soldier in immediate proximity will react to your actions. We're falling back, retreat to the defensive line. Head into the Vizier. We should provide cover fire so our comrades can retreat. Yeah, suppress then. Retreat across the creek. Collect ammunition and equipment. Still a bit of ammunition and first aid too, then I could find. Excellent. So we're going to keep falling back, but there's still. What's that? That's French. They're French. There's a lot of French here. Sure, we will suppress. Fire general suppression. That should give him a chance to return to the troop as well. Here he comes. Oh, well, we got a shot off. I saw one shot. Okay, we're gonna want to move. Danger. Collect ammunition. I feel like that's a dead end. I'm gonna go this way, right? Yeah, but soldiers at the moment offers no chase fire an enemy. Low protection from artillery. Sure, let's go. I don't know what's taking the other guy so long to return to the troop. We stayed still for 2 turns. Okay, go on, do some searching. And we'll stay where we are. Rally. Wait a minute, is that the French right there? Shit, French are right there. Oh, we might be in trouble. Okay, they're going the other way. This is quite an interesting... Oh, they've moved right up. There, I take it back. The French are right there. Oh shit. Easy with defensive ammunition. They're a French over there. We have to get out of here. Okay. So they're wanting to move. I really wanted to go that way, but we can't. They've already got it set to move to next cover. We have obstacles, barbed wire. They blocked the way. For advance. Okay. Sure, let's go there then, I guess. I feel like we're running out of places to go. Alright, so he's finally rejoined us. Now for... Okay. High danger. Moderate danger. Extreme danger. Okay. If we're running out of places to go. I don't know how I'm supposed to get out here. Is it here and then remove obstacles? I feel like so, because there's a lot of barbed wire on the way there. Fuck it, let's just try it. Really not a good time to be stepping out of the trenches, but whatever. Oh yeah, bleeding, wounded, okay. Artillery. I'm bleeding, help, I need help. Okay. Okay, got the barbed wire. Fram was the doctor. Let's do it. Really not a good spot here. Alright, okay. Now we have somewhere to go. Done. We've got a path through the barbed wire. The wounds hurt so much I can barely move. I was able to stop current one's bleeding. Someone should take them to the stretcher bearers so they can get to the field hospital as quickly as possible. Okay. Go with Colin. Escort. What's he saying? Herr Unteroffizier, Fram couldn't follow us because of any fire. We should cover him so they can move up. Fram? Who's Fram? To hell with Fram. Let's get the fuck out of here. Extreme danger. Corpses in the air. Jesus. We need to get any cover. Extreme danger. Bushes. Yeah, we just need to get as far as we can. I'm gonna go for this one. So we have to move. Hi guys. High stress, extreme stress, under moderate fire. Okay. CSAT. Mother, please, I need you. I make this dialogue option for special circumstances of this person. I don't want to panic. So he's fleeing, he's escorting. Oh, Cam comrade. Yeah, calm him down. Suppress. Suppress. There we go, so we give them some cover and fire. Change to extreme stress, high stress, medium stress, okay. danger, significant danger. Covering fire from... Damn it. He's stuck in panic mode. Oh, we can't stay here though. Do not want to die. Just calm down, man. At least one soldier must be sent to the move task. I have no one to move. They're all shitting themselves. Okay, hopefully we can move on this turn. Light stress, medium stress. Extreme danger. Extreme danger. Okay, just go. Whoever can go, just go. Oh no! Wow, the whole screen just went haywire. Push is removed. Wow, our cover got blown up. What is going on? There's so many things here. Covering fire, covering fire. I can't do any of this stuff. Who's this? Jesus. Alright, well, I mean, he's just stuck in panic mode. Panic, calm down. Oh, sorry. Maybe I should have hit that earlier. Damn it. I can't get anyone to move. I don't know where my guys are now. There's just chaos here. Poor doctor is just stuck. He cannot go anywhere. Right, he's no longer panicked. Go. Run, my man. I think he's like the last man standing. Because after that artillery strike, I haven't seen one of my other guys, so... Alright, we're loading. Okay, I think that was all I had to do. Although the automobile was already invented in World War I, it was still not common. Instead, a horse-drawn limber was usually used. It's a single-axle wagon to which other wagons, such as the mobile field oven, the field kitchen, or the artillery, could be connected. Okay. Getting some history lessons in it as well. I don't know how many of the men actually made it out of there. That was a little chaotic. Guess we'll find out. Wednesday, May 19th, 1915. The explosions, gunshots and screams still echoed in my ears. We had only been fighting for a few minutes, and yet it felt as if years had passed since this morning, and the everyday life back home a lifetime away. To be in the camp now, safely far behind the front, was surreal. The light-hearted chirping of the birds almost drowned out the dull rumble of the front, and the cries of pain from the field hospital where we had taken Kummerbunt. My people lay down exhausted on the grass, surrounded by the boxes of ammunition and equipment we had saved, dirty and bloodied, some still pale and trembling. But soon the angry voice of the lieutenant in the distance abruptly broke the supposed peace, even before we could see him coming towards us amidst the tents. Herr Lieutenant, on your feet, Herr Lieutenant. Herr Lieutenant, I greeted him uncertainly. Lieutenant von Karsbruck looked down contemptuously at my people, most of whom were still sitting or laying on the ground. But seeing the ample supply of ammunition seemed to appease him. Good job, Herr Unteroffizier, he forced out against his visibly blazing anger. Not that it was a difficult task, but apparently with this bunch of slobs you have to be happy if anyone shows a modicum of competency. Damn. Our troops were in the best position for a counterattack, but no, the reserve was too cowardly to take advantage of this unique opportunity we had prepared for them. The lieutenant rumbled without prompting, and now the Herr Major accuses us, of having abandoned the trench line unnecessarily. A disgrace. Henceforth, we will hold the line, come what may. Okay. My people did their best. There was no holding the line. Yes, Herr Lieutenant. My people did their best. I don't know if they did, they were just running about. I defended my soldiers' performance. The lieutenant raised an eyebrow skeptically. Then I expect drastic improvement from you and your people. My promotion to Oberleutnant is at stake, he lectured me. Set up camp, Herr Unteroffizier. Sooner or later, we'll get our chance to pay back the French, he ordered, and left us to take out his displeasure on others. He seems a pleasant fellow. Alright, we got good recovery. Stress removed. Excellent. Hospital full added. Okay, so we've got high prestige from the officers, or from the officer. We got neutral mood from the troops. So I think we balanced it relatively well. We're setting up camp, and he's in the field hospital. Let's have a look at the field hospital. I do like the artwork here. I do enjoy it. Oh, there's Cummerbund right there. How's he looking? Dialogues are an important element of the game. No kidding. Symbols on the side provide information about effects, creates project, changes value, etc. The star symbol means that this dialogue is available due to certain circumstances. It could be gone in the next turn. See, I could have used that information when I saw the flea thing for the guy who was freaking out. Dialogues can also have negative effects. Dialogues without a symbol have no effects and are mainly meant to provide information. Don't worry, Herr Unteroffizier, it looks worse than it is. Nurse Elizabeth is optimistic I will make a full recovery, but I need to rest now. Thank you for visiting me. Personal issues, origin, family. What do you want to know, Herr Unteroffizier? Your origin. I grew up near Munster and went there to take up my studies right before the war broke out. Thanks to the fraternity, I had a very comfortable room. All in all, I was doing well there. But now, this seems very far away, another life entirely. Okay. Leave him to his rest. Alright, Nurse Elizabeth, what are you saying? You're Cummerbund's Unteroffizier. I'm Sister Elizabeth Ritter. I organize our small field hospital here. Don't worry, Cummerbund is doing pretty well. He will soon recover from his wound. I'm honestly glad you were overwhelmed so quickly. The shorter skirmish, the fewer dead or wounded. Defeat is good. Sure. Agree. Reprimand. As far as I'm concerned, certainly yes. The lieutenant can throw a fit about losing the trench line all he wants, but I'm content with not being overburdened and nobody dying under my care, just because we don't have enough time for proper treatment. Sure. Glad you see it that way too. There are some people in this camp who believe that the war will be decided right here. Complete nonsense. They want fame and glory. As a nurse, I know there is only agony and death to be won here. Okay. Field kitchen. Let's have a look-see. There's the ovens they were talking about. 23,000 loaves of bread a day. Field cook Zelensky. Welcome to the camp, Herr Unteroffizier. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Anton Zelensky, your field cook. I'm afraid I can't cook anything for you right now, though, as your squad hasn't been allocated supplies yet. Better contact Field Intendant Hennick. He's responsible for your supplies. Okay. Do we have this man around here somewhere? Headquarters. Logistics Officer Hennick, here we are. You're the new group's Unteroffizier, right? Field Intendant Hennick, responsible for supplying the troops. I'll allocate some supplies to your group immediately. This should last you until the next supply shipment. Talk to me if you need anything. Here's to good cooperation. Unteroffizier? Next shipment. Be a few more weeks, but the next shipment of supplies is coming soon. Okay. Offer help. I don't have anything I need your men for, Herr Unteroffizier. Why don't you ask Herr Lieutenant? I'm sure you'll find something for them to do. No, you're good, thanks. Someone wants to talk to me. Wonderful, I just got delivery from the field intendant. What size ration should I give your people? If you want to do something good for them, then I would suggest double rations. Just talk to me whenever you want to change your troops' rations. Let's just see, as dialogue may have consequences. Let's go with double rations. Alright, Herr Zero, serve the double rations from now on. Because they just came out of a nasty fight. Alright, we skipped a few days. We're now on to Sunday, May 23rd, 1915. When I met Elmer Fram, I was relieved. According to his files, he could also have been a doctor in the military hospital, and I had expected corresponding frustration and disapproval from him. But he seemed relaxed and composed about his appointment to simple soldiering. It takes me out of my work, he admitted, but those few months, he shrugged his shoulders. A few months? It could also take longer. Yes, it won't be long now. I'm sure it won't be long. It's 1915. I'm sure it won't be long before you can get back to normal. He nodded, probably not expecting anything else. Very good, he said. In a few months' time in Vienna, the annual conference of the Wednesday Psychological Society takes place, of which I am a member. They will be expecting me at that date. All the distinguished experts will be there. Sauntering as if we were on a promenade, he went on his way. However, whether he would really be back home in a few months remained unclear. Oh, it's getting forward about a week there. Tuesday, June the 1st, 1915. Peterson pushed past me, did not even bother to salute. It wouldn't have been a big deal if his icy stare hadn't made it very clear that it hadn't been simple carelessness. Demand a proper salute. We need to have order. I promptly ordered him back to me and harshly demanded a proper salute. Peterson barely slowed down, hissed without even turning to look at me. Respect has to be earned. Why are they... What? I gave you double rations. You little bastard. See how these games I will not engage. Good to know I have yet to earn your trust. Punish this insolence. Oh, sure, that one then. You're right, I agreed. Good to know I have yet to earn your trust. I paused for a moment. He seemed to struggle for words, but remained silent. So eventually I left it behind and continued my way through the camp. Okay. Well. Interesting. Mink. Minka? Mink? We're gonna pitch my tent. Oh, he's reporting for duty. Grant reward? What? Impose punishment? Don't understand. Why? Or sure. Well, you know, whatever. Okay, they're still showing strained. I thought they would be sort of resting. At least morale seems quite high. Check the field kitchen out. Zelensky, Herr Unteroffizier, supplies are running low. I would love to give the men more, but as long as the supply situation remains uncertain, I will only serve standard rations. And maybe we should think about giving even less, so we can make our stock last longer. We'll just go maintain rations. Okay. Over to the headquarters. Of course, Carsbrook. These villagers are suspect. I keep hearing stories of partisans attacking our comrades along the front. Organize some patrols throughout the village, Herr Unteroffizier. Show the French who's in control here so they don't get any foolish ideas. Okay. Alright, well, we've got two high morale people there, Mink and Cohen. Villagers will disapprove. Who else wants to talk to me? Bonjour, monsieur. Are you the Herr Unteroffizier whose people pitched their tents right there at the camp entrance? My name is Marianne Laroche. I am one of the village elders in our community. Since I can speak German, I try my best to mediate between the residents of the village and the soldiers here in the camp. Okay. Well, I don't want to ask. Well, I suppose I could ask for food. Harvesting's full swing, monsieur. If you send us some of your men to help, we'll gladly give you a share of the harvest. Okay. I'm guessing we will see about that as we're just going to take it. Agree. It's very generous of you, thank you very much. So, if I pop him over here, yeah, we can get food supply increase. Cool, let's do that. Tuesday, June 1st, 1915. Every time I see Menka, I almost didn't trust my own eyes. I could not help but wonder if this boy was old enough to be drafted. He was short, his shoulders narrow, and there was not a hint of peach fuzz on his cheeks, let alone a beard. Felt the impulse to look out for him. Surely the young man would have his own uses. You'd have to keep up. Look out for him. I took him to the side and gave him a kind smile. Keep your head down out here, alright? I don't want you getting yourself killed, I said. For a moment that seemed to unsettle the young soldier, but his confidence quickly returned with a flourish. Herr Unteroffizier, do you mean to question the recruitment officer that considered me highly qualified for frontline duty? Well, you've got balls after all. You got your wits about you, I like that. Okay. You got your wits about you, I like that, I told him. Keep that up, we won't have any issues. I gave the young man an encouraging pat on the back before letting him go. Well, we were skipping forward. Alright. 15th of June, 1915. We're now favourable with Meg. They're strained, exhausted, double rations removed, low food supplies. But now we are, I mean, it says neutral mood, but I feel like we're doing pretty good with the soldiers. Right, once the field kicks in. Supplies slowly running low. I loathe giving the men insufficient rations, but could become necessary soon. Hope you can make sure that won't happen. Okay. Finally, it took you long enough, Herr Unteroffizier. The Major ordered the start of the offensive this morning. Unfortunately, we don't get a chance to win fame and honour just yet. We're in reserve for the time being. Make sure your men are ready to move out at all times. After all, we don't want to disappoint the Major once it's finally our turn. Oh, he keeps this. Alright. Herr Unteroffizier, your unit is tasked with guard duty. Appoint 2 men to patrol the boundaries of our camp. Okay, and someone else wants to talk to me. I'll be the field hospital. Herr Unteroffizier, do you have a minute? We need your help with something here in the hospital. Requested help. Tuesday, June 15, 1915. Thank you for taking the time, Herr Unteroffizier. Sister Elizabeth seemed tense, even though the field hospital did not seem too crowded at the moment. Please follow me, she motioned, and led me past the hospital towards a barren patch of land with a series of shallow ditches dug in a line. Graves. I heard there's a new offensive coming. Elizabeth paused and turned towards me with dire seriousness in her eyes and pointed towards the graves. Well, we're going to need a lot more of those. Do you think you could spare some of your men to dig more of them? I'll see what I can do. I conceded with some hesitation, but I can't promise anything. Elizabeth nodded with gratitude and put a gentle hand on my arm. Thank you, Herr Unteroffizier. That's all I ask. I know you're in a difficult position. I don't mean to make it any harder on you. With those words, she turned away to hurry back to the field hospital. Okay. Is he still in the field hospital? How long is it going to take? It's been weeks. Alright, well, depressing work, improves hospital occupancy. Well, sure, go for it. So they don't get to rest for like a week and a half? Jesus. Thursday, June 24th, 1915. One day, Fram was supposed to receive an exceptionally large Liebsgabe gifts of love. Okay. Sent to soldiers on the front line through charities. Okay. This particular parcel contained a generic letter of encouragement and quite a few cans of food. I suggested he share the contents with his comrades. Secretly kept the package for a supply. This ought to make him happy. Fine, maybe he'll share it voluntarily. This ought to make him happy. I assumed it was proven right in short order. He was virtually beaming with joy when he opened the package and brought its contents to light. However, he then hastily packed it away and stored the new private supply instead. God damn it. Too much to hope that he would share it willingly. Thursday, July 1st, 1915. Madame Laroche, the speaker of the nearby French village, greeted me with a smile, but quickly cut to the chase of why she'd come to meet me. Your cannons have been thundering day and night, and the villagers are scared, she explained. Especially the younger children are suffering. It was only in that moment that it occurred to me that our artillery truly had been firing almost non-stop for some time now. Of course, the distant, if constant grumbling paled in comparison to the actual impacts we faced on the battlefield, and I had long learned to put the noise out of my mind, or perhaps my hearing had just gotten that bad. Do you perhaps know how long this will continue? Madame Laroche asked carefully. It'll be quite some time yet, I'm afraid. We recently launched an offensive. Until the Major decides it's been enough, I'm not about to spill military secrets. That's a good point. Until the Major decides it's been enough. I commented with a shrug. After all, we had to live with the noise just like they did, and no one bothered to notify us about these things. Madame Laroche frowned at my dismissive reply. Let's hope that time will come soon, she sighed, before casting a sharp glance over the direction of the battery and adding, for the sake of our husbands and sons on the other side as well. With that, she said her brief goodbyes, turned and walked away. Wow, we're finally... Oh, what happened there? Okay. Change the timer. Positive events. Jaded. Okay. Fully... Oh! Yay! We've got... Where is he? Corbin's back. Fantastic. But for some reason... Oh, it says they're in a good mood, but it's like really low down. High prestige. Okay, we're doing well with everyone apparently, so that's nice. Schmidbauer? Wilhelm Schmidbauer? Okay. There you are, Herr Unteroffizier. William Schmidbauer. I've been assigned to your group. You and me, we'll show these youngsters what the old guard is made of, won't we? Sure. There he is. What's he got? He's physically fit. He's tired. And attentive. Okay. Very intolerant. Completely by the book. Very patriotic. Oh, yeah, this guy sounds like a barrel of laughs. Alright, headquarters. Logistics Officer Hennick. We're still waiting for resupply. I'll give you some provisions from my reserve so your men don't starve. Make it last. Don't squander it. Okay. Well, I'm going to be able to ask for additional supplies there, are we? We have a few prisoners of war in our camp that need guarding until they can be moved to a prison. Until then, it'll be your responsibility, Herr Unteroffizier. Alright, we're going to guard the captives. Mink, you're attentive, right? He is attentive and dexterous. Pedersen, he's got morale not good. Yeah, Cohen, you do that. It gives me a little bit. This game sort of gives me vibes of like This War Is Mine. This War Is Mine. This War of Mine. That's one I thought was very, very similar. Or similar vibes because it was set during a war. And there's sort of dialogue options and things. Not quite the same gameplay, but similar. Alright, we are on Sunday, July 4th, 1915. As I was passing by the temporary enclosure holding the captured French soldiers, I saw Mink fraternizing with the prisoners of war he was meant to guard. Even though he clearly did not speak their language, he managed to communicate successfully through wild gesturing, and it seemed I was observing an exchange of chocolate and tobacco. I mean, that's not something they should encourage, I guess. Step in. Step in. I intervened right away to put an end to this wholly improper fraternization with the enemy. Mega seemed disappointed, but he followed my orders without complaint. Can't be having the fraternizing with the enemy. Monday, July 5th, 1915. Caspar Pedersen caught my eye at dinner. He was staring listlessly in the stew and kept peering into the others' bowls. After dinner, he complained to Zelensky that there had not been enough meat in his portion. This is the same guy that didn't salute me, right? He's a little bitch. Meat portion was very small, that's true. Leave the man alone. Wasn't it enough for you? Pedersen, was it not enough for you? Pedersen turned to me in surprise. No, it wasn't, he simply said. That kind of thing. You talk to me in the future, or you'll get a bigger ration. You talk to me. You don't go to the supply officer. Talk to me. I admonished. Zelensky nodded eagerly. He was visibly uncomfortable with the situation. Well then, I want more meat, Pedersen now prompted me. It took him a few moments to add, Herr Unteroffizier. No, I won't make an exception for you. We have to carefully manage our supplies. He's not getting a bigger ration. He's a little asshole. We have to carefully manage our supplies. I explained to him, as German soldiers, we have to make do with what we have. But I am from Schleswig. Vig? We are Danes, retorted Peterson, as if that would change the situation. In 1864, after the German-Danish War, all duchies in Schleswig Holstein became Prussian provinces, regardless of okay. You are German now. I guess they have more of me. Okay. We are in the same boat. Now we're in the same boat, I said, and put my hand on his shoulder. I hope you see it the same way. Pedersen nodded. It seemed a little mechanical, and I could tell he was still very unsure. It would certainly take some time to gain his trust. In any case, he was very obviously aware that my conciliatory gesture did not change anything about his empty cookware. Alright, on the 15th of July. Let's see. Let's put overburden effect added. Jaded. He's very jaded. Okay. Well, Pedersen's went from contemptuous to neutral, so that's nice. Alright, Zelensky. Overseer, your men are exhausted. With permission, I would like to give them larger portions to get them back into shape. Currently serving the men regulation rations. Our stores are sufficiently filled, so no reason to worry. Sure, go for double rations. Let me see. Yeah, some of them are still strained. Of course, Pedersen now has big ear. Morale not too bad. Content. He's still lightly wounded after getting it. How is he exhausted? Faltering. He's been laid up in hospital for ages. Anyway, headquarters. Hennick. The officers are dissatisfied with me because by now even the quality of their rations is suffering from the current supply bottlenecks. I have a suggestion how both of us could help each other through a trade. Are you interested? Okay. If you can give me some of your canned meat and have a man move all of it, I'll give you bigger bread rations for your people in return. While this will make your rations more boring, you will end up with significantly more daily rations than before. Sure, why not? Wonderful, you just made my life a lot easier. These higher officers can get surprisingly petty when they don't get what they want. Schmidbauer, you're the new guy. You move the stuff. Thursday, July 15th, 1915. After my meal with Field Lieutenant Zelensky, could only give out extremely small portions of meat. Or after my deal, sorry, not my meal. While the rations were being distributed, some of the men grumbled discontentedly about the situation. I blamed the entire supply situation on the Field Lieutenant. I explained the trade. Yeah, but then if I explain the trade I made, they're going to be like, well, you suck up to officers instead of taking care of your men. To hell with it. I'll explain the situation. I explained the trade I made to them. Less meat for us in exchange for other rations that would nourish us longer. The men were upset about my decision. It seemed they would have judged the supply situation differently than I had. Yeah, well, I could have told you that was going to happen. Saturday, July 17th, 1915. When I faced Soldier Schmidbauer alone for the first time, he stood expectantly in front of me, impeccably adjusted. Your orders, Herr Unteroffizier. You can count on me. He spoke clearly and devoid of humour. The old fellow was a bit too eager for my taste. I liked his obvious meticulousness. Nice beard. I liked his obvious meticulousness, as well as the respect he showed me. Very well, soldier, I said in an authoritative tone. Do not disappoint me. I won't, he said, then suddenly became a little more confidential in tone. You and I, we have to keep the group in line. Feels like he's asserting himself as a number 2 man. I just left it at that. Alright, I said in a non-committal tone, let's hope for the best. Schmidbauer didn't seem to be able to do much with this vague statement, but he nodded and informally excused himself. Saturday, July 31st, 1915. One evening, Menke was sitting in front of his tent, polishing his boots with dedication. Pedersen came up and quietly watched for a bit before asking, Why do we even bother? They'll just get dirty again. Menka frowned. So do clothes and homes and still... So do clothes and homes, and still you clean those, don't you? Pedersen shrugged. But those don't look they get dirty every other step. Our boots do, especially in this mud. Besides, who am I supposed to impress with my shiny boots around here? Hearing that, Menka paused, laid down his cleaning rag, and locked eyes with Pedersen, his expression somber and grave. Regulations demand that a German soldier is to represent the fatherland at all times. With a contemptuous downward gaze, he added, and your boots are violating your duty as a soldier. Pedersen rolled his eyes dismissively. It was then that he noticed me, and for a moment worry flashed across his face. Herr Unteroffizier? The fatherland does not concern itself with your boots. Clean your dirty boots. Poor Pedersen, man. Your boots are violating your duty as a soldier? God damn. Okay. As you were. So briefly I moved on. That seemed to irritate Mick. God damn it. Cannot please everyone. Alright. Negative events added. Jeez, it's all negative. Oh, tired was removed. Okay. High prestige, still in a good mood with the soldiers. Heatwave, we're in the middle of. Okay, that's interesting. Alright. Well, I think this is as far as I'm going to go with the demo. I don't know how much longer it goes on after this. Obviously, this is just the demo. The full game releases on the 17th of January, so it's a couple of weeks away, I think, just over a couple of weeks maybe. Yeah, I like it. It's an interesting game. I think I'm probably going to pick it up because it's an interesting concept. I like the battle was a bit confusing, but I suppose that'll just take some time to get used to. And everybody made it out alive, so I can't complain too much. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on here. It gives me similar vibes to, as I was saying before, This War of Mine. Very similar. You've got to manage your men and complete tasks. It's a little bit tricky. I think they maybe need to do a little bit of balancing on like the status for tiredness and things like that. It seems to take quite a while for tiredness to go away, even when people haven't actually taken much in the way of actions. Like, it feels like we've been here for weeks, and I mean, well, he was hospitalized, so I guess he's got an excuse, but you'd think after weeks that would change. Anyway, minor complaint. Obviously it's a narrative-driven game, so if you don't like a lot of reading, it's not going to be for you. But I think it's quite interesting. I like the characters so far. I like that they have even personality traits that differ from each other. They are sort of fairly unique. They've got their own skills and things, which I hope are taken into consideration with the jobs that you give them. So that's nice. I quite like the fact that you can impact your relationship with people. Pedersen was contemptuous for a while, and then he's now back to neutral. I like the whole balancing act you've got to do with the officer reputation and the soldier reputation. It's kind of unique. Yeah, so I think it's maybe worth picking up. I don't know what the price is going to be when it comes out. There's no price up on Steam yet, but it is due to release on the 17th of January. Yeah, let's I'll have a wee look into it when it comes near the time. But I hope you enjoyed this little demo. Maybe you want to check it out yourself. You'll find it up on the Steam page. Yeah, well, that's where I'll leave it. And have a good rest of the day to yourself. And I'll maybe see you on the next video. Take care then. Bye.